and Jane's like, you guys would not, if you're on an exterior platform, you are basically missing. It's almost like watching a silent movie. You don't even know what the text is going on for me to react the way, or to, I'll be answering you and you're like, what is she talking about? It's because you're not on Habs. So for me, I don't care to multi-stream, right? If you want to come and visit me here on Habs. I actually rarely multi-stream, but that's just me. I have a different purpose, in my live streaming. I can see where it can be beneficial, very beneficial, right? For example, feel like I ran an obstacle course. So, see, now I will make a point to, and I hope you guys that are here on Habs do not get annoyed with me with reading the comments out loud, because there are people like Deb who's on YouTube. She's not seeing your comments. So Glenn said to Jane, feel like I ran an obstacle course the other night. Why are you people in chat even bothering with Habs and everything they are putting you through? So, I understand, like, let's say you're doing a bake sale, like I do a bake sale, right? If my channel was just about how can I monetize, because that's what it is. When you're multi-streaming, you're trying to monetize. You're trying to get people to know you, and you're selling a product. You're either selling yourself or you're selling a product. So let's say I do my bake sale, and that's great. Instead of me doing a bake sale here on Habs, going over to Twitch and doing a bake sale, going over to YouTube doing a bake sale, going on over to Facebook and do a bake sale, I could just do it here and then shoot it all to the multi-stream. That is beneficial for someone that wants to do that. Or if you have this desire to be, viral. But not everybody has that desire. Not everybody broadcasts for the level of wanting to be a social media influencer. Some of them actually, social media. For me, I have no desire to have thousands of people in my room at the same time, because that's when I will be disconnected with all of you. When the comments are flying by, you're basically, I cannot possibly respond to every single comment that comes in. And at that point, I guess it depends again on why you're streaming. If you're streaming to be popular, okay, great. Job well done. You got 1,000 people simultaneously chatting your room, and you don't know any of them, and maybe the one guy or the one girl that gave you $100, you go, oh, hey, oh, hi, yes, read that person's comment, and everyone else is basically just, next. So my concern, because I've heard so many of it, are the people that have been loyal to the platform to get you to where you are. Without us, there would have never been a you. And a lot of us have contributed to your platform to get you to where you are, yet these people are not whitelisted. Hey, Jason. Okay, these people are not whitelisted and they cannot go live. I know Debbie is upset, but don't take it out on us. On Habs, Debbie needs to care who her friends are, and we're here for her. She's not taking it out on us. Eric, she's not taking it out on us at all. She's mad at Habs, and she feels very strongly that that she's been backstabbed after supporting their platform. And her feelings are very parallel to a lot of other people that feel the same way.
Hi, Elliot.
Again, how do you sit here and say,
I think you have to have
thanks for being here for a year,
1,000 followers,
or
have broadcasted
thanks for helping us work out all the kinks. Thanks for bringing
the last 31 days, from what I hear,
all your friends and family
to be grandfathered in.
Right?
But
thanks for all of this.
I haven't verified that.
Oh, by the way, you don't have 1,000 followers Or, oh, by the way, you didn't go live in the last 30 days, so now you cannot go live on your own channel. True the fact that you've been here for a year. And I understand you know, the thought is, well, let's say, let's take Betty. Okay.
Who's Betty?
Wants to show Charleston, downtown. You know, the historical, you know, and the alleys and the architecture. Well, guess what? Betty can't go live anymore. Right? She can't go live anymore, even though she's been here since the beginning. And so what Haps is asking basically is, oh, well, you know, she if she connects all of her social media, and if she has cumulatively 1,000 people through all her social media,
if you don't want to multicast, why do you on Haps?
Well, she doesn't. But she's been loyal.
I'm not sure.
And she's been here. Whether and you know, whether she's bought coins or she's been conversing and you know, adding to the broadcaster with content, she can no longer go live. So you mean to tell me that she must, number one, either get 1,000 followers all of a sudden, just be begging for followers, or now she has to cam up on, for example, she's my friend, she has to now cam up on my channel. Do you know how inconvenient that would be for her? So let's say she's in Charleston and she goes, hey, Yuk, can you go live? Because I'm in downtown Charleston and I want to show this historical building. Okay. So I go live, she cams up, and now my whole entire channel, which you guys got the notification that Yuk went live, but all of a sudden you actually came here to watch Betty, because this is the only way that she can show historical Charleston. It may not be convenient for me, but now she has to bum off of my channel.
Sorry, Elliot, are we still here? I clicked on your
content.
profile and I think I messed up my broadcast.
Some of you may not even be interested in a little sightseeing. Some of you may be like, well, I got the notification that you went on, I came to see you, and now your whole channel has been taken over by sightseeing. Right? It's inconvenient.
I think we're still live.
And she's been here, and she is like a lot of other people that have been here supporting the app.
All right.
But she can't go live, along with a lot of other people. And it's very unfortunate. And that's why so many people are upset. If you have not read the reviews on the App Store on an iOS, it is at 2.1. Last week, a week and a half ago, it was at 1.5. Does that say anything to the creators?
Elliot, are you still here?
Do you care? This right here.
No, I actually don't care.
I'm going to read something to you.
Hello to the fourth viewer.
I do not have an Android. These were all sent to me by multiple people. And I was asked if I may speak on it. So I am. If this upsets anyone, I am sorry. But this is what we call proof. These are facts. Okay, I'm just reporting to you on the facts. One of the co-founders on the Android, because this comes from an Android. This comes from the Google Play Store. Okay, this is not it doesn't come from the Apple Store. So this is on an Android. One of the co-founders recently meaning November 14, 5 out of 5 stars. The updated app is easier to use and very reliable. The updated app is easier to use and very reliable. I'm thrilled.
System status,
By
what
the
does
way,
that do?
At the time that this screen capture was sent to me on the Google Play Store, the HAPS app rating was at 1.9 stars. The same co-founder also on May 8th of 2019.
Which co-founder?
Again, gave himself 5 out of 5 stars. No comment, just 5 out of 5 stars. So you rated your app twice. On November 19th, a HAPS employee writes a review, 5 out of 5 stars. The new version is fire, meaning lit. The new version is fire. Well done, team. Let me read to you the Google Play conflict of interest. This is law. This is the legal stuff. Conflict of interest.
Hello to the 5th viewer.
Don't review. Well, let me backtrack. Reviews are most valuable when they're genuine and unbiased. They should be written by people who aren't motivated by financial gain. Bullet number 1. Don't offer or accept money, products, or services in exchange for posting reviews. Bullet point number 2. This is where I want you to listen up. Don't review content, services, or experiences if you own or work for the business that created it. This is the legal jargon on the Google Play Store. I don't have Google Play. I don't have an Android. I was asked to speak on behalf of a lot of people who were sending me these screen captures. So that's that. And some of you are wondering, well, why this change? Why this change? Why this change? Why this change? You know, they have lost they've lost almost the whole entire artist community. Yes, Google Play is only on an Android. Excuse me. Eric says, you may speak on my review. You have my permission for my Android review. So, Eric, I'm not going to read your review, but those of you that have an Android and you would like to read some of this review, whether it be a 5-star or a 1-star, you can go ahead and do that. I can tell you that I am alarmed because this just doesn't add up. When you when these are quote unquote unsolicited reviews, how do you get either you're a 1-star or you're a 5-star? What happened to the 2-star people, the 3-star people, and the 4-star people? They're almost non-existent. I think there was one that was like a 2-star, and that was on an Android. But why is it that you're either leaving a 1-star, and these are the reasons why, or you're leaving this 5-star, and it is the most reliable. It is seamless. I mean, if it's seamless, would there be so many people that would still be unable to log in, right? So the people that are leaving the 5 stars, you are absolutely entitled to leaving your opinion, but it begs me to think, okay, it obviously is far from being out of beta, right? Jason, he is not the owner of the company. Okay, he's not one of the co-owners. He is just another employee. But I thought that was really interesting. That the one of the co-owner and one of the employee is writing themselves a 5-star review. I would think that it would be frowned upon until this was discussed, not publicly, but this was discussed. A lot of people were discussing it. And then I said, well, what are the legal terms on that? And then someone sent that to me, and I go, oh, okay, so there you have it. Something that I have noticed that is concerning to me, and I would like to bring it up, is it angers me. And I'll tell you what makes me kind of angry. The fact that you made an announcement on November 11. So on 11/11, the 3 co-founders, they made this big huge announcement for this, version 2. We're just going to call this new look version 2, right? And since then, so what, the 11th, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20, for 10 days. For 10 days, the community has not been addressed with how upset everyone has been. Nothing has been addressed at all. And at first, I thought it was because they just weren't around. But that's not the case. Because when I go into these musicians, because they're featured, I go in there, and they're all in there with awards. I mean, let me tell you, there's no better way to get someone to stick around than to dump all these awards on them when they're brand new here, right? Because it's money. It's unethical activity, and it should be condemned by someone due to the new app is not working properly. So I'm going to encourage you guys to go ahead and leave your own review, whether it's you're going to leave a stellar 5-star review or a needs improvement. I'm going to leave that up to you. But what I realized was, and I'll tell you why this made me angry. When you have loyal people that have been here supporting your app to get you to where you are today. All right. Okay. It is people like Eric, people like Debbie, like Jason, and everyone that's else is in here. Pete, everyone that's in here. We got you to where you are today, and now you are not. You're like, well, sorry, you're not on the white list, or sorry, this. Oh, you no longer fit our vision. Our vision is now this, and we will go through this whole vision thing. Thanks, Pete. So basically, they don't have time for us little guys, and now with their devices
knees
and
are
show
bleeding.
decent
I got
content.
no
So
towel.
I'm going to tell
He
you this one
locked
particular
the
broadcast.
door.
What the hell?
I was asked to watch it. A friend DM'd me. I said, hey, go check out the first 2 minutes of this broadcast.
Hello.
And I'll explain to you what this is.
Never do anything.
So there is a girl
And so
musician,
they came over and they said, Lynn, are you okay? They go,
and
what the hell
Peter
happened?
was in
They
there.
go, did you fall? And I'm crying.
It
and
was
I
her
said,
first
no,
time
I didn't
on
fall.
apps.
I said, my brother
We know this
is losing it.
because she
I
doesn't
said,
even
he
know how to
threw
work her
me
mic.
out evening.
And Peter,
Oh my God, you
you
want
can
us to
hear
go
him
call the police?
audio
And I said, well, I don't
that
want to
he was
upset my father. And
helping
they go,
her
Lynn, you need
troubleshoot,
to
do
report
this,
that.
and do that, and do
I
this,
did.
and do that.
I didn't tell the
And what
police
she
not to
said
come over,
was,
but they
okay,
wanted
how
to
long do
send
I
an
have to do this
ambulance to
for?
make sure my kneecaps weren't
And the
broken.
answer was, we'll do it for
And
maybe
they made a
like
call to
35,
him later
30
on and
minutes
said,
or
"Don't
so.
you ever do that to Lynn again, or we'll
My
arrest you."
question is, this is a brand
Because
new
they know
person.
me and they know that I am there
She
all the
doesn't
time.
even know how to work her.
The good kid and whatever. And I said, I would have you come over, have him arrested, but it'll upset my father.
Is
You
she
see
still?
things that go on like that. So they were kind enough to, handle it.
Yeah,
That way.
you
And
went
then,
to-
of course,
you
that
went
makes
to a
them
lot.
mad, and
Oh, that's
they tell
live.
lies, and then they go to your siblings and say things that aren't true. It's crazy. What they did is absolutely. I don't wish it on
Wow.
anyone. And there's other
And
people.
I've had no experience like that.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Yep, and this is the danger when you do become a caretaker like that.
Mm.
You have to understand where the limits are, and if you can't do it anymore, it's not as easy as just opening the door, walking out, and leaving them there. It's not. Decisions have to be made of whoever's in charge, and if they're not doing it, then you go to a lawyer and you say, "They're not doing the job. I can't do this anymore. What do I do?" Because I wasn't going to just leave them unattended. What, then they're going to falsely accuse me of neglecting my parents? No. There's a lot of things involved that people don't think about, And to be honest with you, I wish that I said something more like, "Yes, I'd be happy to help you out as much as I can, but I'm going home to my own apartment." But what am I going to do? Leave my dad, who doesn't know what he's doing, to take care of his sick wife? I mean, not what he. In other words, he's not trained. Like, he doesn't know what medicine she's on, what time to give him, and he's aging. He's older than her, so he doesn't understand. My mother was on, serious pain medicine, OxyContin, oxycodone, and then you got to watch every move they make, because I forgot it. I feel like we're on a phone call. I don't care if anybody hears. I hope my siblings are listening. And I would give my mother her dose. I would write it down. I kept records. Keep records for evidence, for proof, what time you gave it, what amount you gave. It only is prescribed. No more, no less. I did everything the right way, kept the records, and I locked them up in my safe. They're not touching nothing. I don't trust them at all. And I still have them. And I would write down the time, or when I finally felt like, well, she's asleep. I finally am going to sleep. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. So my dad went to bed at 10. If he wakes up now with her, then at least he's had 7 hours of sleep, where I haven't had any. So, I felt that window of time period. And if it was really serious, he would wake me.
Yeah.
He heard it. There was a time when we even put a baby monitor in the room,
Wow.
to hear. But, it's overwhelming, because you're playing housekeeper, you're playing, nurse, you're playing, you're doing the caretaking, you're making their beds every day, you're doing 3 loads of laundry a day. You're everything. I tried to get my mom to go to the hairdresser to get her hair cut so I could just blow dry it. She didn't want to do that. My mother wanted her hair the way she always wore it, pulled it back, put it up in a bun in the back, styled the front of it. It always looked elegant, but you can't change. Some people just won't change like that. But even what they don't understand, which will really wear and tear on you, which I'm glad right now Bernie's not dealing with his mother, is when somebody is in pain and all you hear all day is the, oh God, the pain, I can't stand this. And they're trying to be brave, and they're trying not to cry, and you feel so helpless, and you feel that is an emotional strain that you don't even process at the time. And then you sit there with them, you give them the medicine, which they might fall asleep, whatever, but they're still moaning in their sleep, and you're constantly on edge because you're running to check to make sure they're okay. Or there's one time I gave my mom, her medicine, no, more than once, twice it happened, where I got her medicine, I got her settled into bed again, and then I finally went down because I'm ready to drop, and then I was saying, "You still on with her?" Anyway, so we got the medicine ready.
Hang
And
on.
I put it
Tell
in
her
a,
bye.
yeah, put it in a certain.
Lenny, I gotta go.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, the bottom line is it's tough, so watch out for Bernie. Okay.
He's on the phone.
I know, honey. You go have fun with your sweetie. And I
All
love
right,
you.
bye.
You have a wonderful day at work. We'll talk again soon.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, Bernie. Have fun. Love you. Be safe. Good night, you guys.
All right, good night. Thank you, and I'll
Thank you, sweetie.
talk to you soon, okay?
Yeah, you sleep well.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
You better get some sleep now.
I'm okay. I feel better
All right.
after I ate.
All right, bye,
Yeah,
sweetheart.
I'm going by 4, definitely. I got some
Okay.
paperwork to fill
All
out.
right. Be
Okay,
strong.
good night, sweetie. Go enjoy with your chat with Bernie. I'm ending this one because the whole world knows my story by
I
now.
will. Bye.
Bye-bye, sweetheart. Okay, thank you, everyone that stopped by. Yes, this happens where we get going and Renita wakes up and whoever, and then, we feel like we're on a phone call. So, it's okay. I have nothing to hide. Just didn't plan on that. I thought she was going to sleep 2 hours ago.
If she has nothing to hide, she would show her
Anyway.
face.
Yeah. Hey, Haps, we need that timer back because I need to be able to look over it and realize how long you've been on. So I'll set my limit and say, okay, that's it. Time to go. Bye. Have a good laugh. To those who were supportive and kind and stopped by, I appreciate it. Be kind to one another. The holidays are almost upon us, and there's a lot of stuff going on in the world. We all know that we need to try to hang in there and be there for one another. And I want to see the latest on what's going on in Wisconsin because I do have friends that live out there. I hope they weren't at the parade. Thank you, Harbor. I didn't know you were in here unless you're just coming in now. Hope you're doing okay. I hope that you have a happy Thanksgiving. Some of us will be around. So, like I said, for those of us who, may not be going anywhere or whatever, we're going to do our best to just get through the day together and make the best of it. So right now, hon, I've had a very long day, a long night, and never expected this to go as long. You get to this point where you're talking and talking, and then, sometimes you forget that, you're live streaming, and you feel like you're on a phone call with a friend. And you keep gabbing and gabbing and gabbing, and then you go, oh, wait a second, I forgot, this is live streaming, and this is all going on over the world. That's when it's time, it's time to say goodnight. And just have a good laugh and learn from some of the things that we've been through. So I hope you're doing well, sweetie. And I wish I could stay longer, but this lady is one tired chick. That's going to be my new street name. One tired babe needs a vacation. So God bless, and we'll all get through the week together. Happy Monday. If you're traveling, please be safe. And let's be thankful for all the good things in life that we're blessed to have. And for the friends, new friends, old friends, some we've ditched, just be kind. It's a very small thing to ask. Help somebody that might be less fortunate than you or going through a rough time, because it makes you feel good. Makes them feel good and makes you feel good for doing that. Okay. Little Miss Wound Up Chick here is going night-night. So take good care. Good night.
All right, I don't know how many people are listening, but I'll try to get the feedback that we were listening to, because once you stop it on the phone, you can't get it to restart. So I'm going to look for it on the computer. Now I am like not remembering the name. Oh, okay, now I remember. Hold on a second. And that says awaiting first stream again, which is not accurate. But where were we in this discussion? Let's see if I can find it.
No, sound and everything was there. Those people. You left out people like me. Oh, yes, there is a lot of people, and I know like Jeeves. He said that he was on Sunset. Some people review. He is not the owner of the company. Okay, he's not one of the co-owners. He is just another employee. Oh, if none of my friends are on other different platforms and they're all here, well, she's pretty much SOL. Then, he is not the owner of the company. Okay, he's not one of the co-owners. He is just another employee. But I thought that was really interesting. That the one of the co-owner and one of the employee is writing themselves a 5-star review. I would think that it would be frowned upon until this was discussed, not publicly, but this was discussed. A lot of people were discussing it. And then I said, well, what are the legal terms on that? And then someone sent that to me, and I go, oh, okay, so there you have it. Something that I have noticed that is concerning to me, and I would like to bring it up, is it angers me. And I'll tell you what makes me kind of angry. The fact that you made an announcement on November 11, so on 11/11, the 3 co-founders, they made this big huge announcement for this, version 2. We're just going to call this new look version 2, right? And since then, so what, the 11th, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20, for 10 days, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 10 days, for 10 days, the community has not been addressed with how upset everyone has been. Nothing has been addressed at all. And at first, I thought it was because they just weren't around. But that's not the case. Because when I go into these musicians, because they're featured, I go in there, and they're all in there with awards. I mean, let me tell you, there's no better way to get someone to stick around than to dump all these awards on them when they're brand new here, right? Because it's money. It's unethical activity, and it should be condemned by someone due to the new app is not working properly. So I'm going to encourage you guys to go ahead and leave your own review, whether it's you're going to leave a stellar 5-star review or a needs improvement. I'm going to leave that up to you. But what I realized was, and I'll tell you why this made me angry. When you have loyal people that have been here supporting your app to get you to where you are today. Okay, it is people like Eric, people like Debbie, like Jason, and everyone that's else is in here, Pete, everyone that's in here. We got you to where you are today, and now you are not. You're like, well, sorry, you're not on the whitelist, or sorry, this. Oh, you no longer fit our vision. Our vision is now this, and we will go through this whole vision thing. Thanks, Pete. So basically, they don't have time for us little guys, and now whip out their devices and show decent content. So I'm going to tell you this one particular broadcast that I watched because I was asked to watch it. A friend DM'd me and said, hey, go check out the first 2 minutes of this broadcast, and I'll explain to you what this is. So there is a girl musician and Peter was in there. It was her first time on HAPS. We know this because she doesn't even know how to work her mic. And Peter, you can hear him audio that he was helping her troubleshoot, do this and do that and do this and do that. And what she said was, okay, how long do I have to do this for? And the answer was, well, do it for maybe like 30 minutes or so. My question is, this is a brand new person. She doesn't even know how to work her mic yet. Why is a HAPS employee in there helping someone new? And then, quote unquote, she got featured. I did not know any of this. I was asked to go check it out. So when I checked it out, I just went, okay, that kind of makes me mad, because why are you not helping out the people that are here, that have supported your app to get you to where you are? A lot of them have been here for a year or even over a year. I just shake my head. You guys don't even realize what you did to some of these people that needed the emotional support to come on and log on and see Pete do his sunset. Some people needed that. And Pete is actually very well known for his incredible sunsets and his incredible Christmas broadcasts. I sent Peter an email today. Let's see if I get any help. I most likely will not. Well, Debbie right here is on YouTube. The reason why she's on YouTube is the only device that she has is an iPad. Initially, when she couldn't get on, she sent an email to the team, and the team says, sorry, but the iPads are currently not supported. Great, Debbie. Too bad. Next. I don't know what to tell you, Debbie, but that's how it feels. Right? It's like, okay, so what am I supposed to do now? I rely on social media to connect to the world, to get me through my day, especially during this time of the year. That's very difficult for me. And if none of my friends, if none of my friends are on other different platforms and they're all here, well, she's pretty much SOL. There's a lot more people just like Deb, a lot of people, not all of them are elderly. Absolutely not fair to those that can't go live on this new version, that have been here now for a year building this platform after Periscope. But there's a lot of people on iPads. Yes, there is a lot of people, and I know like Jeeves, he said that he was on an iPad and his was fine. I can tell you that I cannot get HAPS to work on my iPhone, and I have done everything that I can. I have so many iPads. I have so many iPads in this house. I cannot get HAPS to work on any of my iPads. So some can, some can't. I can tell you that one of my iPads, I just bought it last year, so it's not like it's outdated or anything. But I have thrown it away, reinstalled it, complete shutdown. I have done everything that I can to make sure that my iOS is up to date, and it just doesn't work on any of my iPads. So I am under any of my iPads. I am in the same boat as Deb with my iPads. Deb, Pete says hi to you. The new guitars feature is a huge mistake, and I wish to get HAPS corporate people in trouble somehow. Well, we're not trying to get anyone in trouble. Okay, we're not trying to get anyone in trouble. We just want to be heard, and we don't want to be crumpled up like a piece of trash and thrown to the side. Quote unquote, feeling used. Feel like that we're being used. So that's my question, Murdoch, is why has there not been any tutorial? Why has there not been any communication for 10 days since the announcement of the new release? There's been no communication to the people that have been here supporting the app. Yet, I hear Peter calling in to this guitarist, vocal singer, calling it and helping her troubleshoot with all of her sound and everything. What is that? But nothing. And if you guys have not checked this out, don't take my word for it. Okay, don't take my word for it. Go do your own research. Go into some of these musicians. Go into the musicians and look. All the co-founders are all in there. The employees are all in there, and it's boom, boom, awards. Tons and tons of awards. And not just them, but by a lot of other people too. But that's where they're at. How I went into Rick's broadcast earlier. I didn't see any of them in there. How come you didn't go into Rick's and just be heart bombing him? All the co-founders and the employees. How come you didn't go in there and just be heart bombing? Right? So I'm going to read some of this to you. This right here. All of this right here. To answer your question. Because I don't have the answers for you, but they do. Okay. I did a Christmas broadcast tonight that actually involved music, not one HAPS team member. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Pete was part of your community. He's been here since the beginning, and he's got no love. So I'm gonna read through this. Those of you that are interested in this particular broadcast, you can go to the HAPS channel. It's called Welcome to HAPS, and it's dated November 11th, 2021 on Veterans Day. The broadcast is 53 minutes and 44 seconds. You have your three co-founders there. At the top is the CEO, Mark Goldman. Then you get David Newman and Drew Shepard. Those of you that have not been properly introduced, those are your three co-founders. This needs to be brought to the attention of Pablo, the community manager of HAPS. 4 minutes, 16 seconds. David says, "Wow, I love the big, bulbous new hearts too. Those are wonderful," because somebody gave an award. Mark replies, again, I can't make this up. Okay, I'm just reading this. These are, you can go and hear it for yourself. Mark replies, "Those are very cool. Just wait for the cash stats." That's when it's really, and I think he said eye opener. I didn't quite catch that word, but I think he said eye opener. I can understand if they are asking these people to come and broadcast here, but it seems like they're paying them to be here. That's what I have heard, Murdoch. So let me read that again. "Wow, I love the big bulbous hearts. I love the big bulbous new hearts too. Those are wonderful." And Mark says, "Those are very cool. Just wait for the cash stats." That's when it's really an eye opener. And David says, "Yeah, exactly." 6 minutes, 12 seconds. David says, "It's a response to all the feedback that we've gotten from the community about their wants and needs." I can tell you what community you completely left out: artists, and the people that do these tours, sightseeing. You left out all those people. You left out people like me, people like Rick, where we just chat and make other people feel better. You left all of us out. At 9 minutes, 50 seconds. Those of you that are looking for answers and did not watch that, I'm going to read this to you now. Mark says, "The vision for HAPS and how all this ties together. When we sat down and kind of regrouped after the whirlwind of what happened earlier this year, I think we collectively came to a very clear vision of what we want it happens to be, and the role we want to play in this exciting new world, and that's all based around being the world's largest creator house, where creators of all types can come together to live stream together, to collaborate with one another, and to, most importantly, reach the widest audience possible through multi-streaming from everything we've seen, from everything we've heard from the group of creators that have been using HAPS to this point. These were really the things that were the most valuable to them, and that we should really dedicate our time and our reserves toward accomplishing. And so this new platform, and what we've done here is, the very first iteration of realizing that vision. Send Pablo an email to let him know what is going on with the new app, etc. On that broadcast, it seems like they ignored the people complaining in the chat. Where's the level playing field? No categories, no trending list. Like, who's live and how do you know? Nobody can find people. I have to refollow people I followed almost a year ago. WTF. At 11 minutes, 49 seconds, David asked Drew what prompted this huge new redesign. At 12 minutes, 15 seconds, Drew says, at the center is obviously the creator. We obviously talk to a lot of creators.
Hello.
In process.
If you have any comment on what we're listening to, you can type
in the
it in the
process
chat.
of doing this redesign, and feel strongly that this is the changes we are making here are all focused on creator and creator success. And we studied the most successful creators, successful posts on this platform. We used a lot of the data that we've gathered over the last year and made these decisions. And we kind of boiled it down to some 3 core tenets, if you will. One is around monetization. Yada, 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 he goes on and on. Rolling out new awards packs. And then use yada, 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 yada. Monetization being a very key part of this new redesign. Yada, 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 yada. And then he talked about discovery and collaboration. 14 minutes, 25 seconds, Drew says. The big elephant in the room, obviously, is a focus on vertical video. And that came as a result of all the success we've been seeing with these off-platform, the distribution points. And the examples he gave were Reddit, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook. And he continues, the data that we have here shows that our platform reach for the vertical videos is also improving, and we've seen the biggest stream yet as a result of those portrait videos. And then they mentioned a particular guy with 1 million views. And Drew continues at 15 minutes and 15 seconds in. For us, it's all about multi-streaming. It's all about collaboration. It's all about monetization. And that rolls up to be creator success. So as a creator, these are kind of the core tenets that we've seen consistently when talking to creators across all different types of genres. That these are the most important things for us. So that's why we're doubling down. That we've seen consistently when talking to creators across all types of genres. Where was the art genre? Where was the sightseeing genre, like what Pete does? Where is the general chat genre? Where's all those genres?
Hello.
17 minutes, 34 seconds. Drew says, we looked at the data. The data is what's driving a lot of our decisions. 20 minutes, Drew says, again, looking at the experience we have to date in terms of audience reach, the portrait video, by and large, by a long shot, has proven to have a far more effective audience reach. So if we ladder everything back to what's best and best interest of creators, that this is the hypothesis or thesis we have, which is that landscape videos categorically have lower viewership, portrait videos have higher viewership as a result of broadcasting on the HAPS platform. It continues, 75% or more of the videos are being watched on the mobile devices. He continues, over 90% of people who are watching videos on their phones are sharing them as a creator. That is what I want. There is nothing that is more powerful than people virally sharing stuff I create. That is how people grow. That is how they reach audiences. That is how they influence and expose themselves to new viewers and to new opportunities to collaborate. I feel it's very important that everybody understands the reasons behind why we chose to do portrait. I don't get the portrait focus, but I don't get the portrait focus on, but I understand because YouTube is doing it now, and you have a choice on, but you have a choice on YouTube to do both. Okay. So 22 minutes in, Drew says, we're trying to do what's right for the platforms where this content is being distributed. And on HAPS, since that content is being consumed on a mobile device, portrait is the better viewing experience for as a whole. 29 minutes, Drew continues. We are not prioritizing musicians. Let me say this again. We are not prioritizing musicians over other creators on the platform. To date, musicians have been the most successful category on HAPS and the ones that have highest level of engagement. So it comes down to content, but we're very interested in continuing to be diverse around what content gets created. Who ends up on that featured spot. The desire here is only to surface the best content from the HAPS community. Let me break this down. Let me finish this. I'm going to break this down because I have to understand this myself. We will continue to be working with musicians and onboarding musicians, of course, but it is not designed to be an HAPS is not a music platform. It is a creator platform, and the tools that we are building are for creators to reach their audience, monetize their audience, and earn a living. That's what's important to us. So we're not prioritizing musicians over other creators on the platform. I'm gonna just tell you what I have noticed, and you guys have to do your own homework. I have noticed that musicians are being pushed. They're being featured. I have seen so many musicians that I have never ever seen on this platform. And it was always featured, 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 featured. So I don't understand when Drew said we are not prioritizing musicians over other creators, because it seems to me that everything was about the musicians. Like I said, we have been in shambles trying to pick up the pieces of where are our friends, how do we know when, what about our followers, and having to refollow someone. Chuck refollowed me 7 times, bless his heart. Hey, Badges. And refollow. We are in shambles trying to figure, no answers. For 10 days, we have not seen any representative come and help us. However, someone sent me a DM and asking me to go and check out a particular musician, and there it was in the first 2 minutes of of this lady who is a musician. She went live and she doesn't even know how to work her microphone. She's trying to do a sound check. And Peter is right up in there on audio in her broadcast, helping her out. And she actually said, how long do I have to do this for? And Peter says, about 30 minutes or so. And by the way, that broadcast, this was her first time here. She got featured. That was a feature broadcast. So explain to me, Drew, when you say at 29 minutes in, we are not prioritizing musicians over other creators on this platform. To date, musicians have been the most successful categories on HAPS and the ones that have the highest level of engagement. So it comes down to
Hi,
content.
Mike.
But we're very interested in continuing to be diverse around what content
We're
gets
listening
created.
to Ukeberry.
Who ends up in that feature spot. The desire here is only to surface the best content from the HAPS community. So guess what, all you artists? Sorry,
What's crap?
you are not. You are not the people that bring in those numbers. So, the desire here is only to surface the best content. Those are the best content are the people that are bringing those numbers, and those are the musicians.
Hello, Stardust.
Pete says, so 500,000 viewers is not pushing. If you haven't already, please click the About button on the bottom left of the desktop. Very revealing.
What the hell does that even mean?
The About button. I don't have an About button. Where is it, Rick? Fix the bugs, at least you guys, at the very least. Hey, Bloodlums, we likely won't hear anything from the team. Yep, they are paying them. Why not? Hi, Walter.
How do you know they're paying them?
This is 30 minutes and 15 seconds in. David asks. One of the comments that Pablo passed along was, is there a new follower requirement now? Drew replies, and this is why, if those of you that are like, how come I didn't get whitelisted? How come I can't go live? How come this and how come that? This is why. You can't see if you're broadcasting. Open a new HAPS tab. Oh, okay. Do you want me to do that now, or do you want me to do it after I'm reading all of this, Rick? Do you want me to do it now?
They are recruiting an international group of musicians. Beyond that, I know nothing.
A new HAPS tab. Okay.
Where are they recruiting them from? Are they paying them?
Up to you. And then do the About. What did it say? If you haven't already, please click the About button on the top left if on desktop.
You hear her tone?
I don't have a About on the top left on my desktop.
And my vision's getting
It's on the bottom left.
blurry even with my migraine glasses because...
About. Okay, this is the Collab House for Creators with Talent.
Yeah, I did read
so
that.
Guess what?
I clicked on that
I'm
after
a
what
creator,
you said and read that.
But I guess this wouldn't be considered talent, even though I make people feel good about themselves and I make people laugh and I get some people to,
TikTok and Instagram.
manage their day. I guess I am not talent.
I figured if my day's going to derail, I turned on my Instagram
look at
too.
what you see when you click in talent. Then scroll down the page and wow, on the bottom left. Okay. The Collab House for Creators with Talent. We're building the future of content for the most talented creators online. We focus on creators with natural or hard-earned talent. So for now, we respectfully pass on those who just want to be famous for being famous. Drinking ale. Wow. And I'm supposed to hit the I'm talented. The future of collaboration for creators of today. HAPS connects like-minded creators to collaborate and share audiences. Join the only creator network dedicated to growing your audience. Current audience reached 73 million. Grow together.
Hey, how's it going? How's everything going?
How did you talk to me on here?
Everybody all right?
Who's talking?
didn't realize it going live, actually.
Are, is someone talking on her broadcast?
Are you guys? Is there another window open?
Good, good, man.
Can I just get out of my windows?
Special web.
I'm gonna. Okay, I just got out of all my windows. I don't know who was talking.
I think I better take my
Can we
allergy
do that
medicine.
again? So, what did you want me to see, Rick?
Jeez.
Do I need to redo this again? I'm gonna open up a new window again.
It's like, what?
I'm gonna go about and I'm supposed to hit I'm talented, and I'm supposed to scroll down. What am I looking for? Prove them wrong. What exactly are you wanting me to look